Hello everyone, welcome to the series of short video lectures on the topic of responsible use of generative AI for daily research activities. My name is Shen Wang. I'm an assistant professor from School of Computer Science, University College, Dublin, Ireland. So let's get started with the first episode on research integrity principles. All research integrity principles we're talking about in this video lecture are from the European Code of Conduct for Research Integrity, the latest version that was revised in 2023. The first research integrity principle is called reliability. We should keep the highest level of reliability in ensuring the quality of research reflected in the design, methodology, analysis, and use of resources. It basically encourages all researchers to pursue the highest standard of quality. For example, we need to publish our latest result in solving the most challenging problem in our domain that could benefit to the whole society in a top-tier conference or academic journals. In the context of responsible use of generative AI, it requires researchers to verify and reproduce the information produced by AI for research. Basically, it requires us not just directly use the raw output from generative AI tools. What it also requires us being aware of possible equality and non-discrimination issues in relation to bias and inaccuracies. Basically, that refers more for hallucinations, the inaccurate results that are produced by generative AI tools, and also the potential bias content that we need to verify before we directly use it for any academic publication, which might hinder its quality. The second research integrity principle is called honesty. We should keep the highest level of honesty in developing, carrying out, reviewing, reporting, and communicating on research transparently, fairly, thoroughly, and impartially. But in the context of responsible use of generative AI, it simply means that we need to disclose that generative AI has been used in our research whenever it is required. The third research integrity principle is called respect. We should respect for colleagues, research participants, research subjects, society, ecosystems, cultural heritage, and the environment. For example, in terms of authorship, we should only include authors that made significant intellectual contribution to our paper, and we should arrange them in the correct order that reflect to the level of different level of intellectual contribution. While in the context of responsible use of generative AI, it requires us to consider the limitation of the technology, its environmental impact, and its societal effects. For example, if we keep frequently used unoptimized prompt, it might cause a lot of unnecessarily consumed energy at the service provider side by using large language models. While also, if we accidentally include the unpublished paper or the proprietary code from our own company, it might having these intellectual property issues or privacy or confidentiality issues. Finally, the last research integrity principle we talk about today is called accountability. We should keep accountability for the research from idea to publication, for its management and organization, for training, supervision, and mentoring, and for its wider societal impact. It basically requires us to keep record for all important stages of doing research, so that in the near future, if any one of the stage goes wrong, we know who is responsible for what. Specifically, in the context of responsible use of generative AI, it basically requires us, as a human researcher, we need to take full responsibility for all output that published under our own name, no matter how much we use the generative AI under the hood. Okay, so this concludes the first episode of our short video lectures. Thanks for watching and see you next time.